4099.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Out there listening, but I love that song. First time I heard it, I was like, oh my goodness.
You wanted to hear the whole thing today.
Was that from Oliver? I think it's from Oliver.
I'm not
wasn't
sure. Isn't it from Weird Al or something?
No,
really?
not that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's from
know.
Oliver. So, anyway, it was kind of a fun show, and that's kind of what our show's about. So, we're on every Saturday from 4 to 5, and we have a very interesting show today. If you are a foodie or call yourself a foodie, you've probably been, you probably know food, but also if you're a cook, and how many people have told you, man, your food is so good, you should open up a restaurant. I can't tell you over the 27 years I've been doing this, how many people have said that. And fortunately or unfortunately, they've gone into business because of that. Unfortunately, they don't have the experience. They really don't know how to run a business, and they fail. And they do have great food.
I think, like opening a restaurant, like a storefront nowadays, the overhead, especially COVID, it really affected a lot of people, because you have a lot of overhead. The rent and the electricity and hiring people.
Plus just finding people. That's the number one question in all the states that we travel is they can't find staff, especially the hit hardest is restaurant business. And there's a lot of different problems. And COVID, in a way, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing too. I'll say this nicely. The bad restaurants have been out of business. That's the good thing. I didn't, I couldn't understand why, if it's a bad restaurant, why are they in business when it's hurting restaurants who are really good? But the other good thing about it, COVID, which if there is a good thing, is that it's come up with new ways of getting food out, getting food to people. And there's one program that just came out that I just heard about not too long ago, and it's very intriguing. It's called Tradish, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's a brand new program here. It started in Riverside, and it's going to be expanding. I know it will once I think other counties see it going the way it should be going. And so anyway, we have some special guests here today. Real quick, again, we're on every Saturday from 4 to 5 on AM 1050, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind. Okay, I'm done with that now. Okay, with us, let's start with one of our guests and everything. We have 3 different guests, 2 chefs, and we have someone here, her name is Avra Kamal. I'm shaking here because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in, 10 minutes? Well, they said if you're diabetic, you got to eat every 2 hours, and I haven't eaten in 2 hours. So, anyway, you are the chef success lead, right? Whew, okay, got that right. Welcome to Let's Sign Out Show.
Hi, everyone.
So,
Thank you.
I had the pleasure of meeting you about a month and a half ago. At the commissary that you're working at. And it was a little confusing, but since then we've done a research. We've looked at all the videos this morning, Izzy and I. So let's talk about Tradish, and let's see about how it got started and all that good information, a little history on it.
Yeah, so we started a little over a year ago, and we've been going ever since. So our biggest goal is to create these opportunities for home chefs to be successful and to kind of skip that middleman in creating your own business as a home chef. We found a lot of success in catering and just creating these opportunities for the home chefs, and it's been wonderful. Yeah.
So now it's fairly new, right? In Riverside, how long has it been
We've
going?
been in Riverside for about a year now.
Now, my understanding is they started in Riverside because it's the only county in the United States that's allowing home kitchens.
Yes, it has something called the MICO law. So it was the only place in the United States that allowed that. Wow. And we also are launching pretty soon in the GTA area, in the Greater Toronto area. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, the company itself is from Toronto, right?
Yes, originates in Toronto.
Okay. Now, one thing that impressed me was the people we have in administration. I mean, these are all top experts.
Oh, definitely.
Lots and lots of experience. It's not just someone who wants to make a lot of money and leave you guys behind.
Exactly. Yeah, no, they're so hands-on and just they, pour into us every single day. And that's the best part about it is like one big family, honestly, where you are getting so much support, not only from a corporate side, but also for the home chefs as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone is as friendly as you?
Yeah. No, the team really, really values success within the company as a whole. Mm-hmm. So we understand that it is just a big funnel. And if one person is struggling, everyone is going to. So we really pride ourselves on just building the entire team up. Yeah.
So it's like having a whole group of of experts. I mean,
Honestly,
of
yeah.
support experts,
Yeah,
which any
definitely.
business would want. And unfortunately, they charge a lot for that, so most people don't do that.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they do what they want in their heads, which is usually
Exactly.
wrong.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's great. So
No, it's awesome.
how does Tradish work? Let's start with basics. Let's say I come to you and say, "Hey, I'm interested. Everyone
Yeah.
says I'm a great cook. How do
Yeah.
I get started?"
So you sign up on our website, and that's how you place orders. As far as signing up to work as a home chef, you reach out directly, and we'll get you started that way. We have a really not a link, a pretty easy onboarding process with the chefs, where we do provide marketing assistance, as well as just getting you going.
So you do
Yeah.
pretty much, you help them out.
Yeah, we do. We help a lot. Yeah.
So if I'm interested, I'll just go on tradish.com,
Yeah.
TREDISH.com,
Yes.
and reach out to you.
So it's eatwithtradish.com. Yeah,
eatwithtradish.com. Okay.
And then you sign up there.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So and it's got a lot of information on there.
Yeah.
You also have information on all the different chefs and all their menus and stuff. And basically, everything's made fresh to order. That's my understanding. It's,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Not like you go to restaurants, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
stuff sitting there.
Yeah, and it's kind of how I like to think about it is like, you have these chefs who are known by name. People go in and they're like, hey, I want only chef so-and-so to cook for me. And we curate a group of these chefs to be able to give you. So it's honestly the best quality food every time. Yeah.
So
a lot of them, I always joke with them that they ruined like sushi for me and other certain foods that I'm used to getting at restaurants. I'll go to the restaurant now and it's just not the same quality anymore.
I can honestly say the time
Yeah.
I was there, I didn't come there to eat,
Yeah.
which is strange for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
But I
We
just
fed
came
you.
to meet you. But
We're
like,
gonna
you got us
feed
some
you.
sushi, and
Yeah.
it was like, wow.
Oh, yeah,
And after
definitely.
meeting
Really
Chuck,
good
the
stuff.
sushi guy, he was like, wow, this guy really knows
Oh,
his
yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
And I get that feeling through talking with all your chefs.
Definitely.
It's not just a passion; they really care, but they really care about the
They
final
do.
product, and they're willing to listen to the customers. And that's the
Absolutely.
biggest thing that I find about Tradish. I really find very, very friendly. It's such a neat thing.
Yeah, we have an amazing team for sure. Yeah.
Now, in order to be a home chef, do they have to go through a training program? Like as a consumer, I'm always concerned about, everybody knows I'm a little germ phobic.
Well,
So how
just
do
a little.
Oh, yeah.
just slightly. So how do is there a program that a chef has to go through with your dish in order to become one of the home chefs?
Yeah, once you get started with us, you are licensed at that point. And also we do have industrial kitchens that we allow the chefs to work in, and cleanliness and sanitation is just top notch for us. So we definitely are
It's
really
the same
on top of
standards
that.
as a restaurant, right?
Definitely,
So
yeah.
you got to have a food handler's permit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one thing I think people will say. Like, I mean, I have to admit, you see someone on the corner selling tamales like we did.
Oh, yeah. You always think,
You
how are
always
they
wonder,
washing their hands?
Are they? But then it's like,
Yeah.
but
And
then
is their
Fruit,
kitchen
yeah.
clean? That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
That's easy. In mine, it was like,
Did
how
it
does it
fall on the
taste?
floor?
Yeah,
Get wrapped up?
yeah.
That's why it's you want to support, but it's like, are you washing your hands while you're giving me this?
Okay.
You're
Now,
outside for a while.
do you have people
Yeah.
coming out to the chefs' homes every once in a while to investigate them and just make sure they're doing everything right?
Yes, we do. And
Okay.
anytime that we do have any kind of catering orders, or we even have chefs who provide in-home experiences for you, we are making sure that they are equipped with all the tools to succeed and make sure that the environment is the cleanest.
So if you're having a party at home and you want to hire a personal chef,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah, we actually have a few that do that. We have Appetito Sweet and Savory. They provide like charcuterie boards, and they're actually getting ready to have a charcuterie workshop where they teach you how to do it.
Oh, wow.
We also have Chef Chuck, who has an event coming up as well where he teaches you how to roll sushi. So yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we're going to talk with Juan, Chef
Yeah.
Juan, in a couple of minutes and
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
But so they give you a lot of Tradish gives you a lot of opportunity, not just cooking on your own, but also if you want to cater, if you want to do special events.
Oh yeah, we have the Chef Chuck has an omakase event coming up really soon, and we also have catering where you can order catering for either baby showers, parties, corporate events, and we found a lot of success in that.
Wow.
Now, how do
Yeah.
you find out about the events? Where do you
So
find it?
as of right now, a lot of our marketing is done on social media and also word of mouth. So we have gotten a lot of business just from word of mouth. Like people do order from us once, and then they start telling their friends about us, or we have a lot of repeat customers as well that we work with. But right now, a lot of it is done on social media for sure.
Okay.
And that's
all right.
that's great because it's free.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You do it right. So
Yeah.
that's great. what you were
So
saying?
if somebody's interested in looking into the Tradish and some of the chefs, not just through website, maybe through social media, what platform should they look at?
So the website, our platform right now is Eat with Tradish as well. We're on Instagram as that. We also have a TikTok, and you can find us on there. Each chef also has their own page as well if you want to search them up. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now I know you guys are still fairly new, so you're still developing things like
Yeah.
You're going to have your own website. I mean,
Oh,
your
yeah.
own app.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a progression. But
Yeah, that's a
it's
progression.
beginning
for sure.
stages with
Yeah.
anything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think the big thing too is you really care what the community wants. Again,
Absolutely.
it's not here for you; it's for the community.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you're filling a need that they don't have.
Yeah, definitely. And we really value quality for sure.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
I'm anxious. The chefs have brought some food here, so
Yeah,
I've had the chance to taste it, and I was wowed. I was, for someone who's hasn't grown up making sushi,
Yeah.
because this is like a 15, 20-year apprentice. I mean, it's pretty major to become a major sushi chef.
Right.
And the stuff that I tasted was like amazing. And just
Oh,
watching him
yeah.
and talking to him, you can see the twinkle in his eye.
Definitely.
And that's
yeah,
what
the passion is there.
I've
for
only seen
sure.
that in a few people.
Yeah.
Wolfgang Puck was one.
Absolutely.
And he's definitely, and Emerald Lagasse, I've met him. And Chuck was another one. I was really impressed. And,
Yeah.
meeting your chefs today too is the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, they're great. Yeah.
It's not just here to make a living. It's
Yeah.
they want to express themselves in a fun way. And
Yeah.
the food, what better way than food? I mean, when you're happy, what do? You
You eat, yeah.
When you're sad, what do?
you
You
eat, yeah.
eat. When you open up a Kmart near you, a Walmart near you, what do? You eat.
Absolutely.
So eating is becoming an important part, especially now with COVID. It's hard to find restaurants that I'm not downplaying restaurants, but
Yeah.
it's hard keeping staff. And
Yeah.
a lot of restaurants they have to downsize the menu because they don't have the staff to do it. The regular menu they had, they're
Right.
not taking in catering because they don't have staff to do that. So you're in a way filling in a niche that I think is here to stay for a while. I
Yeah,
think people,
definitely.
once they've gone through this, I think it's changed a lot.
Absolutely. And I think the best part also is we are so diverse. Like we have flavors from all around the world. We have fusions and flavors that you can find from anywhere. We have like the sushi, charcuterie, Mexican food, Asian cuisine. We also have like pub foods, and we have
Just continental affair. I think
Yeah,
it
we
looks
have-
like it's
yeah,
all fusion.
it is definitely.
But a lot of your chefs too are trained not just in one area; they can do a lot of multiple things.
Absolutely. Yeah,
'Cause
no,
they-
they're trained in not in many different areas.
Right.
Yeah, and they all learn from each other as well, which has been amazing. Yeah.
Right. So now, how long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company for about 3 months now.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
your passion shows with your job.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, I love it so much, honestly.
What was your background before?
My background before was in marketing, social media
Okay.
marketing, as well as recruiting. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah. But I've always been a foodie, so when I was presented the opportunity, I couldn't pass it up at
Yeah,
all.
but you don't eat. Look,
I do eat.
you're 100
This
pounds.
girl
and,
can
oh,
eat.
yeah. You always say that. So well, that's
Yeah.
great. I mean, everyone I've met in the company have been really, really nice, and
They are, yeah.
it impressed me, even though I wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh yeah.
I was just very impressed by people were smiling. They seemed
Definitely.
happy.
Yeah.
They seemed to have pride in what they were doing, and
Yeah.
I can't say that about all restaurants. I
Yeah.
mean, the owners a lot of times aren't in the restaurants, and you got staff there that are just going through the motions. God knows we've been through some. It looks like going to a morgue.
Yeah.
I mean, hi, can I help you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're like, you want to go back and cook. Just a couple of days ago, we were asking napkins. It took
Oh
forever.
yeah. No, culture is so important in the workplace, and we definitely provide that. And I can tell you, just from even working with my own bosses, the culture really does matter, and we try to pour that into our chefs as well. We always want to make sure that they're not ever overwhelmed or given anything that they can't handle, and they work together as a team independently. It kind of just reflects on the entire company as a whole, for sure.
Well, if they're successful, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a matter of you're a team. It's
Yeah.
not just them and that's it.
Definitely.
There's another program out there that it seems like once they get you in, that's it. Bye.
Yeah, that you don't hear from anybody again.
And
Yeah.
that kind of bothered me because I think it was a great premise, and it was kind of similar to yours, but I like yours better. Yours is more focused on the chefs, on your staff, and everything else about them.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it sounds like it's more encompassing. Like there's more support from the company versus, it's hard enough to start a new business and then being on your own. This way, you kind of have, people to support you. You have questions you can somebody ask, instead of being on your own. I think that's what makes this program so exciting.
Right, and you're all helping each other.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Kinda
and
like-
that's pretty much my role, where I kind of give the chefs that open door to contact me anytime.
But
and I'm
even
there.
the chefs, they
Yeah.
help each other. I mean,
Absolutely.
we're very involved in the pizza expo, pizza industry. I've been
Nice.
a judge for like the last 9 years on
Wow,
International Pizza
impressive.
Expo in Vegas.
Yeah.
So these are pizzaiolists from around the world.
Uh-huh.
And it's amazing. Izzy's been a couple of them, how they help each other. I mean, they have something
Yeah.
where they just, hey, my name's Alan, I have a pizza place and whatever, I'm looking for whatever, someone will help them.
Yeah.
It's like they don't see it as competition.
No.
They see it as helping the whole industry up.
Exactly.
And that's what I get tins of that
Yeah.
here.
Definitely. It isn't a competition at all within the chefs. Definitely everybody does help the other person. I can honestly say that.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to talk about? Then if not, we'll
No, we
Go
can
to
go
our
ahead and
chefs and-
introduce some of our
Okay,
amazing
let's do a couple of
chefs.
spots
Yeah.
real quick and we make
Okay.
the transitions
Alrighty.
here. So we can have the two chefs come here.
Okay.
With the food, of course. I mean, that's the only reason you're here, to be honest. So let's start with one of the sponsors. We have Bowler and Bowler and Family Law. Now, if you're going into a problem with kids, with family, any kind of family law, Bowler and Bowler is definitely the type of company that you want there. They specialize in divorces, prenuptial agreements, spousal support issues, same-sex marriages, child support, non-marital relationship, and paternity issues. They've been in business as a father and son in over 50 years. And I know personally how great they are. Their staff are amazing. Even the support staff, the secretaries, everyone, they get back to you. If they said they're going to call you back, they call you back. And that's something that I was
Follow through is so important.
yeah, and they talk to you, not down to you or anything else. And they're there for you. That's the main thing. So, again, Bowler and Bowler Family Law. It's BOWLER and Bowler.com. So bowlerandbowler.com. They're located in Redlands, but they represent everybody. Their number is 909-335-4848. That's 909-335-4848. And I'm having a problems reading this because I'm smelling food. I'm seeing
Your
food.
stomach is
Ah,
growling
so,
and
well,
deciding for you.
Anyway, Bowler and Bowler, like I said, if you have to go through a divorce or any kind of family problems, I highly recommend them. And I don't recommend a whole bunch of people, especially if I don't like them. If I like them, then that's the way it goes. So, okay, now we have two of our special guests here. They're sharing a microphone, unfortunately, but that's the way it works. We have Bijan Johnson, right? Bijan?
Bijan.
Bijan. Okay, terrible with names here.
It's
It's
like
okay.
that perfume.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
years
Oh,
ago,
okay.
Bijan.
Bijan, okay.
Yeah. That's actually where my mom got it from.
See, it's like the, it's like a, special name,
Okay, well, I don't,
can't believe you
I don't buy
It is,
perfume.
it's,
Sorry.
Ah, there you
It's
go.
Okay.
it's French.
Okay, we'll start with that. And then Chefs Juan and Juarez,
Quiros.
Kios,
Yeah.
close.
Close
I took Spanish for 2 years. You never know that. Kios, whatever. We'll call you
Alan
Juan.
was
Yeah,
slaughtering
Chef Juan.
the
I'm
name.
terrible. I slaughter my own name. So
That works.
anyway, welcome to Let's Sign Out show. So,
Glad to be here.
one thing that impressed me again, I talked to you briefly on the phone a couple times, and your enthusiasm is just amazes me. And it's not just being on the radio; it's just what you're doing. So, Bijan.
Bijan, yes. You can call me Chef B.
I'm gonna be
Bijan.
Jean.
Jean.
Just like the mustard, but with the B.
Exactly. That's what
And
I'm
then
doing.
just, it has an A instead of a O. Yeah, there you go. Like the mustard, yeah.
Cool. Well, let's talk about you in terms of what got you interested in cooking, and we'll start with that question.
Okay, I've always watched my mom and my grandma and my great grandma cook, and as I got older to able to understand the kitchen and work like microwave and the stove, my mom did want me to learn with her, but I always felt like I was too shy. Like I was like I can't.
You
do this.
shy? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
me.
right.
So actually, and I really did because I said, my mom actually made a joke. She's like, well, how am I going to raise these kids to be independent, but you can't cook? So I was like, okay. So then I took the option to learn. She taught me. And then I got my first cooking job at 19.
Oh,
wow.
And then
wow.
I've been-
That's amazing.
So I've been cooking since I was 19, and here I am to this day still cooking.
Wow. So it was just growing up with a family that loved, and of course,
Yeah,
food was
we
very
love
important.
Food.
Yeah.
We love food.
Okay. Now, what in terms of Tradish, what got you involved in that?
So Tradish, it was an option to learn how to make your own food, to bring your food, to show them that you can grow. And I've always worked in restaurants and places where I'm doing somebody else's recipe, so they don't know what I'm capable of. And Tradish had that opportunity, and when I went for the interview and everything, and the opportunity was given to me, I just knew like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to do this. I want to show people that, that I can cook and I have a different style too, and so I was really excited.
Wow, look at that smile on her
I
face.
know, right?
It's already-
You guys
Yeah.
can see the video. She looks so excited.
Yeah.
And you can see the passion in her eyes.
Oh, all three of them. So,
Yeah.
what kind of food do you specialize in, or is it pretty much across the board, or what?
The experience, I've have a lot of experience like learning wise from all the restaurants I've worked at, but the one that I'm doing with Tradish on the platform is I'm doing like a pub style, just because I come from a very big sports family, and I watch a lot of sports. I played sports for 12 years.
Wow.
I actually do women's tackle football, so
Really?
yes.
Oh,
So
I'm not gonna piss you off then. Your food's great.
So,
Oh, it's the best food I've ever had.
what I chose was pub style food, so like sports bar food, and
It's fun food.
Yeah, so I have a lot of like different style wings. I have loaded elote fries and loaded
cool.
quesadillas, and so
It's all the
that's
party
style.
food.
The party food,
Okay,
yeah.
while we're talking, I want you to give something easy to try.
Okay.
Izzy's a real,
so here's
real stickler.
I try not to bring too much spicy. Okay.
That's okay.
'cause-
I told her.
Oh, yeah. She tried. He probably told you to bring spice. Just
No,
to
no, I wouldn't have
test
done that.
me.
Yeah, open it.
But meanwhile, so I can.
So-
Oh, I can smell it. Oh.
Okay, so what do you have in front of us?
Here's bourbon barbecue, and then I have a Thai curry sauce.
Okay.
You get,
Ooh.
want to get a napkin?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Here's the napkin.
Izzy, it doesn't like to be
plate.
dirty.
Oh yes. You
I
did.
mean,
Here's some
I already wiped my
napkins.
hands with
she's
antibacterial
a
wipes.
divas.
Here's
All right, here
Ah.
we go. Here you go, Alan.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
cooking
And
or
tr-
with Tradish.
Tradish.
I've been with Tradish for 9 months. I got hired in November.
Okay, and how's that been for you?
It's been very interesting, and I got to learn a lot. And actually with the platform, I didn't know too much about costing because I was never taught that with my other jobs.
Right.
And actually, I'm glad Juan is here with me because Chef Juan's the one that he really has like good experience with costing and menu, and he was actually the one to help me learn how to cost my own menu.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it? When
Yeah,
you have
so-
a peer versus someone that tells you and
Yeah, and and he's really a good guy to go to help you out because he already grew. He pretty much grew and within his concept, so he wants to see everybody else grow with.
it's almost like going to a culinary school in a way. I mean, you were learning how to do something. You come in with some preconceived ideas, but you're getting fine points on how to make it even bring it up to a higher level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, I actually didn't go to culinary school, so I think this is like a free
Oh.
schooling. This is free
What was it,
schooling.
$85,000 for
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna rip off.
I'm like, man, I got it for free.
Yeah.
Got somebody support you to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I think it's really scary to be on your own, be an entrepreneur, and you have nobody to turn to. So this way, you do have a support system. You have a mentor kind of show you the way and kind of, walk you through it, and grow with you. So that's kind of exciting.
Yes.
So,
It is.
okay, Izzy, now comes the
I
test.
tasted the sauce. It's actually very, very good. So just to describe it, since we're on radio, it's a nice, thick, rich, a little bit gooey, and it's really tasty. It has it's sweet, and then it's also almost barbecue-y, So it's very nice. It's not for people that don't like smoke. No, it's not smoky, so you can count that off. But it does have a very lovely bourbon flavor. So okay, and I'm biting into the. It's still warm, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
The sauce still cling on even when you bite into it, and it's like rich. So the whole entire bite, you taste the sauce in it, and the wing is super tender. I mean, it's not like tough, so you're not pulling it out like it's jerky.
It looks meaty too.
It's very meaty, and it's very tender. I mean, it's very good, very moist.
Do you marinate your meats first, or
Yes, we do. So that's paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder.
okay?
Super yummy. You guys really should try this.
So this is one thing you do is wings.
Yes, wings.
And you said loaded fries. You do?
And loaded fries, yes. I didn't want to bring the fries just because
Yeah,
I wasn't
the
sure if
last-
they'll be able to hold, but
Well, gee, we'll have to come to you.
a lot
then.
of people like the elote fries, and it's corn with. So I don't know if you ever had like a elote on
Oh,
the
yeah.
corn. So it's pretty much that on fries.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
That's
so it's like a salty, sweet.
Pub food is usually
topping.
really, really good. Sometimes, well, again, it's what people want, not what you want to do. That's the main thing. If I had to give advice to anybody, any chef, is I don't care what you or you want. What do customers want, and what are the needs of clients, and and who's out there that's serving your needs and make it better than what they got. And that's one of the downfalls I see. People come in with preconceived ideas, and they don't care what the people want. All they care about themselves, and they're the ones that usually go out of business the quickest. So, okay, let's talk.
Okay, so Alan's gonna try it and see what he thinks about the bourbon chicken.
Okay.
Great sauce. It's sticky. It's good flavor. The chicken is meaty. It's tender. These are really good.
Well, the sauce is thick enough so it clings on. I think a lot of times you get wings, the sauce is so thin. By the time you bite into it, all you taste is chicken.
Well, usually all they do is after they make it, they put it in.
Yeah, but I mean,
container.
it's like every bite you taste the sauce. I mean, that's what ideally you want to do, right? So you actually every bite you taste the flavor, and the flavor's amazing.
I can see myself bathing in this.
Yeah, me too. I want a bottle of that.
That's a different show. Anyway, we'll
I don't
move on
think
to
you want to see it, but whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to visualize me with this stuff, but
Okay.
So I'm trying the next one, and this one is
Thai curry.
Thai curry. I can smell a curry.
no, that's a dry. It's a dry.
Smell it? Okay, I just handed
Oh, yeah.
Alan a piece. Okay, I'm giving you a piece. He just took a bite. I'll let him
Crunchy.
describe.
It's Thai curry. It's hard to explain. Wow. It's a little bit of heat in the back of the throat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alan.
But no, I like hot.
He
Oh,
likes
okay.
it hot.
Oh,
But the flavor, it just hits you, and it's all flavor.
But it's not so spicy that I can't tolerate. Okay, I'm super wimp, so everybody that knows me, I can do a little bit of spice, but anything on top of that,
But if people like spicy, you can make it.
Oh yes, I could adjust the
curling,
heat.
right?
Yeah.
yeah. But the flavor is very subtle. So anybody that's kind of scared to try curry, I think this is a good baby step to try this because it's not like slam you in the face. It's very subtle in the back. So it has a very subtle and soft and mild
But it's
flavor
a nice
to
flavor.
It.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
it's
going-
very nice.
That's how I judge food, is going afterward, and you can taste it. So nothing worse than eating something
Yeah.
and you can't taste anything.
I think
So-
that's a good way. I'm gonna start doing that too.
Well, I mean, it tells
that's-
you
that's
does it
good,
stick
yeah.
with you or not.
And there's a crunch. I mean, like on the edges and stuff, you still get the crunch on the
Are
outside.
they deep fried or baked or
Yum.
Deep fried.
fried? Okay, very good.
Yeah, but it's not greasy whatsoever. So it's super meaty and very lovely.
Yeah, no, very
Yeah.
very nice. So cool. Okay, anything else you want to say? Where do you see yourself 2-3 years from now?
2-3 years from now, I see myself still probably cooking with Tradish. So Tradish is not as just a little temporary ground with me, just because with them they give me the option to focus on my main goals in life, and I got the option to still work with them.
Wow.
And I'm able to still do what I love.
Ah,
And
isn't that
so just because I am still in college, and I am actually going to school for criminal justice.
neat? Wow.
So, but I do love cooking. I've been doing it for 7 years, and so with Tradish, I'm still able to do that, and I'm still able to go to school as well.
Well, football, you're in a football league, and
Yes.
I'm a Raiders fan, so they can always use someone there. So anyway, you want to think about that, and then feed them during halftime. How's that?
Yeah, that
See,
sounds good.
I'm here to help you.
I'll stop playing, go during halftime, cook, and go
play
back.
and feed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see?
You're
She
super.
can multitask. She's a
Multitask.
super
Knowing
woman.
her, she probably could.
Yeah,
I can.
definitely.
I think it's a little bit of the ADHD.
That's great. So, well, thank you so much. And
Yes, thank you so much. And this is such a treat. It's
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
really good.
And I don't say that about every chicken wing because there's some places
boring.
out there I would never even step foot into because there's
and
just
some of them are
no
anorexic.
flavor.
There's like no meat on the bone.
well, and then
Oh, yeah.
it's super dry, or you're like, okay, this is one little different. Like it's like, okay, this is a different shake, flavor.
Right.
But this was like, like every bite, it's all encompassing. You can taste the flavor. It's not just on the outside. The inside, the chicken still has the flavor when you're eating it. So,
Right.
yeah,
That's
definitely
perfect.
very good.
Actually perfect.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Chef Juan, it's your turn to be put on the spotlight. So,
All right.
let's talk about you've got quite a bit of experience. Let's talk about a little bit of that.
Yeah, so I kind of started with the company about a year now. My role kind of growed. Originally, I was going to be a home chef, but I kind of growed into like this different kind of role where I'm doing a lot of things. You know, my concept started out as a Japanese and Mexican fusion. So I have a lot of birria in my menu. So I do a lot of birria ramen, birria gyozas, just like a lot of stuff. And yeah, and with the company, it's been really cool and really fun, and I've gotten a lot of experience with it. And I've been able to show a lot of my own talent as well with
Do
the
they
company.
help you out with an idea? Let's say the beer ramen. Do they help you say, hey, it's good, but I would suggest doing this or that? You know.
Definitely. So kind of like how I started and how with a lot of the other home chefs, we go through a tasting, which I went through a tasting as well. And they kind of tell you you can do what you want, but they also give you ideas on how to hone in, how to make it better, how to hone in a true
That's
concept.
invaluable.
Yeah, yeah. Like with me, I was really good at doing birria, right? I wasn't really so much of a fusion, even though I had knowledge in it. So that's when it kind of came in. Where can I do something different?
For those listening, why don't you talk about what birria is?
So birria is a traditional Mexican cuisine. It could be either beef or goat. Traditionally, it's goat, but it could be beef or goat. It's kind of similar to like a curry, but it's like Mexican style. There's a lot of flavor in there, a lot of seasonings, a lot of spices. Slow cooked over
good.
several hours. Really good. It can be stewy. It can be just straight beef with a little bit of broth. You could do it into tacos. There's a lot you can really
I've
do
had
it into it.
in tacos and burritos.
Yeah.
And excellent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's what you specialize in. Now, why Japanese? How'd that come about?
A lot of it actually came from Chef Chuck. So
I can see that.
he kind of like,
You're a wannabe Chuck, right?
I guess so.
Okay, yeah.
I
We'll
guess
just say
so.
he inspired him.
when
It's
you-
an
Izzy,
inspiration to have
hopefully
a
you'll
mentor.
meet him one day, and he's. I still remember. It was like, wow, this guy's really, really good.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
made an impression on you,
Oh,
didn't he?
very much.
Yeah.
Originally, the concept started as just doing birria ramen, and then it kind of formed, well, how can we make this into a true concept? And that's when the other Japanese kind of ideas came in, and the other Japanese aspects came in, as like with the gyozas and the yakisobas and stuff like
Right.
that, and fusing the birria and the Mexican seasonings into that, to the Asian aspects of it as well. And it just kind of formed on its own, to be honest. I didn't plan on doing what I am right now, but it kind of grew into something pretty cool.
And obviously, the people who purchase your stuff want it.
Yeah,
They like
definitely. It's something unique. Like you can't really find a birria yakisoba anywhere. You see birria ramen, but where I see it, they do use the dehydrated noodles and like the old top ramen, and they just put some broth in it. But me, I'm using traditional like Japanese noodles. Fresh noodles
Wow.
from a Japanese vendor. So it's a little different
Ooh, I
with
can't
real
wait.
Japanese toppings, like traditional like toppings, like the marinated egg and the crispy onion and the crispy garlic,
Oh.
all of that. Yeah.
That's Chucky all over it.
Yeah.
That's what he
him.
does.
That's him.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really exciting because it sounds like, and I travel all the time, live out of my suitcase, and I've been all over, like looked at restaurants, and I haven't seen that concept. Yeah, I've seen, I've had food delivered to me many times, and I've looked, and I've never seen that fusion. So that's really original.
Yeah,
I mean, to
yeah.
bring those flavors together, and
Right.
especially if somebody go, I really feel like Chinese food, but I'm really not sure. Like Mexican sounds really good, or I want a little Latin flavor. And that's you get everything in one bowl, basically.
Basically.
True foodies are looking for something different. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how there's so many great Mexican restaurants out there, but the same stuff. And
Exactly.
traditional Mexican food in different regions is amazing. It's one of the top cuisines of the world, I think.
Yeah.
But living in this area or in California, you don't get that much of it.
Right.
and it's usually the same stuff, and
Right.
it's all quote Americanized, and it's just garbage.
Right.
I
It's
Well,
think.
same thing with like Asian food too. Like if you think about ramen places, they pretty much offer the same menu, no matter what the brand is. The base is about the same. You sound the description, the toppings about the same. So this way it really gives a variety, and something different and more exciting and more cutting edge, I think.
Definitely, yeah, and that's where the concept kind of started. The genesis of it was to create something different. And when I came to Tradish with what I wanted to do, they kind of brought that idea of doing something different, and then I went to the drawing board and was just like, well, what can I do to really make it unique and a true fusion, a true different than what you see everywhere else.
Right.
So it sounds like Tradish really did coach you and kind of help steer you the
Gear
right
you, yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
Because not that they're telling you what to do, they're kind of giving you ideas like what to do and give you the tools so you have somewhere to go with it.
Definitely, and that's kind of like that sort of idea is what I push onto a lot of the new chefs that come in as well. How can we do something different? How can we do really good food?
Listen.
Right.
A lot of people come in with preconceived ideas how it's going to be. There was a restaurant a long time ago in Moreno Valley, and this guy came in, a very high-end Italian restaurant, way out of the area. It doesn't belong there. It belongs in Beverly Hills or somewhere. And people are going to come from all over. And 6 months he was out of business, and he put couple million dollars into it. And I've learned that people. They do what they want versus what the people want.
Right.
And they don't allow chefs to experiment. I always thought the chef should, have a standardized menu. Obviously, you're there to make money. Give the people what they want. I'm going to say this nicely. If they want crap, give them crap. Give them the best crap there is.
Yeah.
I use another word, but we can't say that here.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, a lot of chefs have creative ideas. But as a chef, can you imagine making the same stuff over and over? And I'd go crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And this way, to have some creativity, and most restaurants don't do that.
Right.
And that's what I think is so neat about Tradish.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. We kind of have all the free reign to play with our menu.
With
yeah,
help,
with
and
help.
encouragement.
How to properly cost everything, how to properly curate the menu, and make sure everything tastes good, but everything is properly priced, and just properly on the business end of everything. It all makes sense and it all
You're
works
there
out.
to succeed, and they're
Right.
helping you to succeed.
Right.
Because most of the time you go into a business, you don't get that. You have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Well, plus
And-
nobody's there to coach you through it. I mean, you're alone. If you open a business, who's there to go give you the support system? Who's there to mentor you? Who's there to, all that costs money. If you want a mentor, you want somebody to coach you, you want, every step of the way, you have to go take seminars on your own. This way, you really have a support system with your
Right there.
dish,
Yeah.
right?
So many good sources in this company where they come to you with help. And that's where they give you a lot of the tools to succeed, and that's what you don't see too many times in companies.
And that's probably the most important thing.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Let's Sign Out show right here on AM 1050, 106.5 FM, 102.3 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind. And we're talking about Tradish, which is a really unique food concept, dining concept. It's a different option that you have. And the website is eattradish.com. Okay, I have
eatwithtradish.com.
Eatwithtradish.com. I'll get that one day. And with us, we have two wonderful chefs here. One is Bijan Johnson, right? Whew. This one's going to kill me now. Juan Juarez.
Gyros.
Go close.
Gyros.
I don't know.
Like
a gyros.
like
Like a
taquitos.
gyros.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. 1 euro.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's Juan. Chef Juan. Yeah, I don't know. I'm
But
terrible.
now people are really going to remember that name
Yeah,
now
you-
that you slaughtered it.
Now, see, I gave you an idea. Euros.
There you go.
Perfect, yeah.
I'll use that one now.
Japanese, Mexican euros. Yeah. So now, what else do you, in terms of your food? What else do you do?
So I have birria gyozas. I have a birria yakisoba. I do an espresso flan. Really good.
That sounds actually good.
Yeah. I'm starting to dabble into maybe a little bit of like Italian and Mexican fusion too as well, but
Right.
that could be in the works.
And see, that's exciting because each cuisine has something different to offer. And I think that's the only way to eat is to combine things. Take the best of
Yeah.
things. Because not everything Italian is good. Not everything Mexican is good. But guess what? You get
Together.
and they really work.
Yeah. Definitely. Like
I'm excited.
for example, a lot of pastas can be used with like a Mexican sauce as well and stuff like that. Similar to like the birria, how the birria ramen works. You use the broth with the noodles.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Izzy,
This sounds amazing
just
to me
smiling.
because I usually don't like the ramen.
it's boring.
I usually don't like like the base of a ramen place. Usually I use a pork broth, and I just find it boring. So actually, yours sounds so much more exciting to me, and I actually like birria so much better. So I think I would be a first customer. Just to
Awesome.
go for that versus the ramen place.
Now, I read on your website, vegan and vegetarian. You're starting to work on that now.
Yeah, yeah. Me, along with some of our other chefs, we have plenty of vegetarian
Oh.
options, plenty of vegan options, and we have a multitude
It's huge.
to accommodate whatever you're in the mood for.
We went to a restaurant in where was it? Seattle? No, the one from Toronto. It started Planta or
Planta in West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach, but it started in Toronto, and it was a vegan restaurant, and they had sushi. They had all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
You'd never know it.
Wow.
I mean, it was like
Oh, it's to die
amazing.
for. And they even did vegan cheese, and you couldn't tell the difference. Even, it was so good. I usually don't like cream sauce, and I was like lapping it up.
And
it
now,
was so good.
and now the products, the cheese, the vegan cheeses are, I'm telling you, on pizzas and anything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just as
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely.
And with all the diabetes going rampant and weight and heart problems, this is a time to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Plus,
cool.
it's more sustainable.
Yeah.
And I think it's more sustainable. It's healthier for us, and gives people options.
Yeah, pretty cool alternative, and that's something that we offer, and plenty of amazing chefs offer. Really,
can't
really
wait.
good. Even vegan treats as well. Really good vegan sweets. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The lemon bars.
Yeah, lemon
Oh,
bar.
that's
Our
my
favorite.
favorite. Oh,
In
my
fact, I
gosh.
just got a recipe yesterday. I went to buy some, so I'm going to make some.
Oh,
for you.
Awesome.
I can't wait.
So,
Woo!
okay, let's talk Chef Chuck. Chuck, we talked about him. Again, I was there about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, when I first heard about Tradish. I was invited there. I had, the honor of meeting some people there, including yourself. And you guys happened to be eating. And he goes, "Hey, Allan, you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I was blown away. And I was like, "Yeah, sushi. It's going to be California rolls, the same boring." It was like, whoa, this guy really knows his stuff. And I know enough about sushi. In fact, we just ate at a great place yesterday.
Once a month.
And I was really shocked. Now, one thing that he does is the omakase dinners. And these are special dinners. And let's talk about that, where they're at and how that works.
Yeah, so we're going to be holding an event through Tradish, and it's called Omakase Night, and it's going to be through Chef Chuck, through all his expertise and experience. He has over 25 years at being a sushi chef.
He's learned from some real masters.
Really, really good Japanese chefs. He's had amazing mentors, and he can't talk about them enough. And he's never a me guy. He always talks about his mentors and the great Japanese chefs that he's worked with. And it shows in his cuisine that he's learned a lot, and he has a lot to offer.
He's
and
very
teach as
humble.
well. Yes.
But the products are amazing. He
Yeah.
really knows his stuff.
And he loves to teach as well. And I've been learning. When I came to him, I love sushi, but I knew nothing about cooking it. And I've learned a lot in the few months. I'm nowhere near even close to him, but he's taught me a lot, and I'm starting to learn a little bit. Starting to get there.
Well, we have sushi in front of us.
Yeah, if you guys are online, you can kind of see what we're doing. Maybe zoom in. There's some beautifully plated sushi with an orchid. I mean, this is not just a feast for your flavor, but also for your
And
eyes.
this is where I've seen dishes that he makes, and it's just as presented beautifully.
Definitely.
It's not
And
just for us.
Right. And it looks even more beautiful on a plate, a beautiful white
Here,
plate.
try it. Is he? I've had
Okay.
this.
So what we have here, what you have there in your hand, that's actually tuna carpaccio. And over here we have a yellowtail carpaccio.
Ooh, yum.
So on the tuna carpaccio, it's a thin slice fresh big eye tuna, wild caught from Hawaii, topped with wasabi soy dressing, spicy tuna, crunchy chili garlic, and microgreens. And then on the yellowtail carpaccio, it's thin sliced Japanese yellowtail, topped with olive oil, yuzu citrus sauce, which is a Japanese fruit,
I love yuzu.
pink peppercorn,
Take
micro
a picture of that real
cilantro.
quick.
Yeah. Okay, Alan's going to take pictures of the food and post it on Instagram so you guys can see. Just in case you don't have video, you get to see how beautifully plated these are. I mean, even in a to-go box, it's amazing.
And he provided you with a couple of sauces right there, so you can go ahead and pour them over right before you take a bite.
Okay, Izzy.
Ooh, okay. All right. Chopsticks. I'm ready. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, so the whole omakase concept is kind of like the chef giving the option for the chef to give them
His heart.
his heart to you. So, for example, you come to a sushi restaurant and you say, I want an omakase plate. And they'll tell you what's the dollar amount that you want to pay, $50, $100, $200. And they just keep shooting you sushi. And they ask you what exactly you want. And they kind of just freestyle it.
Izzy turned me on to one, and was it Fort Worth or
Fort
Dallas?
Worth.
And
I'm an omakase kind of girl. I don't want what's on the menu. I
Really?
want what
Yeah.
you can create for me, because usually they create the most unique and the freshest things
Definitely.
right that day.
Yeah.
So that's why I always go for the omakase.
Definitely.
All right, so here we go. First bite, and this is the tuna carpaccio,
Yes.
and I'm gonna roll it up.
I've had all this, but we were there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let me-
Okay, Izzy. Izzy does have food orgasms, so if you hear her groaning and stuff, it's because of love. So
Same.
there you go.
Mm. Okay, I know it's rude to speak with your mouth full, but oh my gosh, the tuna is so red. There's no mealy things in it. If people that eat tuna a lot, especially sashimi, that the veins and all the muscles part of it, it's really
Makes
chewy.
it tough and chewy, yeah.
So you can tell the grade of the tuna. This is a beautiful cut of tuna. And the toppings, oh my gosh, it crunches. It has garlic flavor.
A lot of different flavors.
Oh my gosh, it's like a flavor burst when you bite into it first time, because you get the different texture. The tuna soft and buttery, and then you get the crunch, and then you get a little bit of chili oil in the back end.
It's a real culinary experience. It really, your whole mouth just makes love to your mouth. I mean,
Try it with the sauce.
Yeah, try it with
Okay,
the sauce.
Try it with the sauce.
Try it with
Okay.
the sauce.
All right.
With the
now-
yellowtail as well when you take a bite, the
Okay,
yellowtail.
I'm going to pour the sauce.
now, what date, while she's eating, and we have to watch her eat, what date is this event?
Yes, I want to sign up for it. I'm already excited.
I believe it's the August 25th.
August
Thursday
25th.
the 25th, yes.
And it's in Riverside?
Riverside at the Avila's 1929 building. Originally the Sevilla's building.
Cafe Sevilla,
Yeah.
right. It's
Now-
one right next to it.
Yeah, now it's the Avila's Event Center.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Located
Right.
downtown.
Yeah, it's right off the freeway.
Downtown Riverside, right off the freeway.
Off of Mission.
Okay, Izzy's Umi again.
The
That's the way.
sauce actually make it even more a fuller flavor with the soy.
More depth.
Yeah, there's more depth to it. But I want to taste it naked to see what
Definitely,
what
yeah.
it tastes like before and after, and compare it.
See, food
But
and
yeah,
sex goes
definitely
together.
it's
That's
more,
my.
a more caramel taste to the back end, because it's more full body. So yeah, definitely so good with the
Okay,
sauce.
now try this one.
Okay, now I'm trying the yellowtail carpaccio.
Mhm.
Okay. Do this.
What sauce is these? Is that
So that green one is the yuzu, and that's olive oil right there.
Okay, all right.
This is olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you
Sorry,
do
the
the
uzu.
yuzu first,
Yeah.
and then you put the olive oil.
let me take a picture of that one. Beautiful presentations.
I know. Turn it. Let me turn it, because you can't see the flour.
We have more chopsticks
There's
here.
more chopsticks, Alan. If you would like
Okay,
to eat.
1, 2, 3. I want her to eat first here.
I think that's my personal favorite, the yellowtail.
Yeah, I had this, like I said, when I met you. He brought a bunch of stuff out, and I was just floored. It was
Yeah.
just
Okay, I just poured the yuzu. Now here I am. Cute little bottles. I love it.
Right? How unique
The
is that? You never see that in any
presentation's
to go.
amazing. And then the wasabi
so he'll come to your house and do
looks-
parties.
Definitely,
awesome.
that's something that he offers. Yeah.
He will.
And he has plenty of years of experience. That he's such a people person and a good personality to just watch cook your food.
Izzy and I, before COVID, I did something for 10 years now. It's called the Grub Club. Before Grub, there was no Grubhub when I started. They stole my name, but it was called the Grub Club, and we had anywhere from 47 to 117 people. They're all foodies, and it was a tasting menu of a restaurant, tax tip and a non-alcoholic beverage for anywhere from $55 to $75 a person. So I could see something like this coming down to your event center and bringing people there and just eating, just trying new things. And
Yeah, and that's something that we're kind of kicking off this program through his omakase night.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And with our other chefs, us included, we're gonna have that opportunity as well. And it could be something weekly, bi-weekly. It all depends on how we want to push it, and it's something pretty cool. You can have a dine-in experience through a food delivery company, food tech company that focuses on home to home, but that home chef could come into an event center and do a dine-in experience.
Right.
Yeah,
That's so exciting. I think it's amazing. The yuzu, it's like tangy and tart. If anybody hasn't tried it before, it's citrusy and has a little more sour flavor to it. But then the olive oil is really like coats it. And then you have this yellowtail. It's almost like butter that melts in your mouth. You get a crunch of a microgreen and a tangy bit of the jalapeno. Not spicy, but just enough where it go, oh, it's there, but it's gone. So it's very lovely. And like I said, the presentation is beautiful. The wasabi is phenomenal. You can tell it's fresh. And it's just so good.
His rolls are just as good. Everyone's odd.
So, okay, before everybody signs up, I'm signing up first for the omakase because nobody else can. I don't want to be kicked out of the event. But you guys definitely look them up on tradish.com.
And how much is it?
I believe it's
Was it $65? I thought
$50.
That's
person.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
when we went to the
a bargain.
restaurant, it was $150, $200. It was
Per person.
per person.
I can eat $150 worth of omakase by myself.
So let's give a date again. It's the 26th,
The
August
25th.
25th.
Thursday the 25th.
Okay, it's in Riverside.
Downtown Riverside.
It's right. It's Sevilla.
Yeah.
It's the nightclub like right next to it.
Right. It's now the Avila's 1929.
Okay, and what's the best way to go on and make reservations?
We have an Eventbrite webpage.
Ooh.
We can also do reservations through our Instagram. We will be posting it soon. We have a link to the Eventbrite page where you can purchase your ticket to the omakase night.
So the best.
So go to Instagram at tradish.com.
Yeah, Eat with Tradish.
Eat with Tradish.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting confused because all this good food is getting my head all muddled. So Eat with Tradish is the Instagram page, and then you can look them up with the events and the links to Eventbrite, so you can sign up for these events.
Yeah, and if you
coming
give them
up.
to me, I'll post it on my
Definitely, yeah.
10,000, 20, whatever I got. At least 4 people follow me. So but we have a lot of people I think to be very interesting. Time is right now. I mean, with COVID pretty much gone, I mean, like I said, the biggest problem is finding staff to deliver, to make regular food. So this is the option. So I think this would be a great opening to do it. And maybe it's a Thursday and we can't do a show there, but we can do some live stuff. So
Yeah, we can maybe do a live feed and post it.
okay, we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Well,
All
Alfred,
right.
thank you so much. We're there. Thank you, Bijan.
Thanks.
Thank you so much,
And
Bijan.
And Julio. Juan.
Juan.
Whatever. Juan.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so terrible. Bill, how's that?
That works.
No, one's fine. Thank you so much. Again, we're Let's Sign Out show, and go to Tradish, eat
Tradish.com
Eat with
and
Tradish.
Eat
T-R-E-
with Tradish on Instagram.
TREDISH.
I'm terrible.
Southern California's KCAA, the #1 talk radio station in the Inland Empire.
Single-family houses and apartments are the key to passive income, aka retirement. No one knows this better than America's most successful investor educator, self-made multimillionaire, and CEO of Lifestyles Unlimited, Del Walmsley. You've heard Del and his team on the radio. Now join the Lifestyles Unlimited team on location in Anaheim, August 13th and 14th for your financial